What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to All the Mods 8, episode 23. Today we're going to be diving into mystical agriculture. Behind me, I've set up a few farms. I think that's 8 by 3. We have 24 9x9 farms that we're going to get for mystical agriculture. And we have, I'd say a fair bit planned for the day. So let's just get straight into it. One note before we before we do get into this, I've been in the air a moment. I've cleared out a massive amount of terrain around here, which we will, I think, put a couple of mega torches down so we can start preventing mob spawns around here. And yeah, so we got all of this area cleared out. We could, for expansion of these, because I know we're going to need a lot more of these. I've done this with the copy and paste gadget from Dyer's building gadgets, and all I've got to do is just break the one block and I can place all this. But I probably will just copy and paste this entire setup and just repeat it all the way across. This is one reason why I want to get things around here to stop all these spawning around here, so we can have a mob-free area. And at some point we will be building a new base, because we're going to start getting so much stuff going on and we'll want to have some more room to do things. So, and also this farm is insane. It is absolutely insane. As you can see in the top left, I'm gaining 2.09 million EMC a second. And this farm isn't even running right now because I put another chest here and I worked out that it was working with like pipes, whatever, because of the EMC link that we had. It wasn't allowing enough in at once. So this EMC link does, have a look. Link. This is the blue. This is 128 items a second, and then that can go all the way up to infinite, which really isn't necessary. But we currently have just under 800,000 emeralds just sitting in here, and I changed from the absorption hopper to the advanced item collector because when it was running, there was always items just floating here and causing a bunch of FPS lag. So this advanced item collector is a lot faster and straight up inserts into this. If I just turn the lights off for a moment, like, you can see how fast this is. And like the amount of emeralds that we are getting from all this, like all the axes and armor pieces are all getting junked. But there you go. Like, the emeralds are going up faster than we can export them into the EMC link. So yeah, we have 15,000 of these bauble hearts, which realistically I probably could avoid. The inferium we're gonna be needing. So yeah. And the vindicator charms, we don't need 31,000 of them. But the stack size in here is, it multiplies the number of stacks that can fit in a slot by 16. So let me just grab the calculator back up, because the way I worked out last time was wrong. So it's 64, the stack is 64. You gotta times that by 16. That gives you 1024. Then you gotta times that by 16. That gives you 16,000 per stack. And I want to times that 16,000 by 16. That's 262,000. And we want to times that by 16 again, because there's 460 got up in there. So each stack can hold 4.2 million items in a stack. So each of these slots will hold 4.2 million. Yeah. So it's gonna be a while before this even fills up. Like, this can stay running, and this chest, I can say, will never fill up, because by the time, like, Well, I say never. It will fill up eventually, but once we upgrade this to a higher tier EMC link, we'll be exporting faster than they can go in. And I've also got like 9 cards in here to extract everything out of here, because the 1 card just isn't fast enough. Even the 9 cards all overclocked is barely fast enough to keep up with everything that's in there. So, mystical agriculture startup. First thing, let's sleep through the night. Get rid of this darkness. And first thing we need to do is, in this chest here, I've got a couple of bits and pieces already made. I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched to get a slime, because we need these slime pearl drops to get the fertile essence to make these little lily pads of fertility. And I want to put 4 on each farm. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there on each farm. So that's 4, 32. So we need a stack and a half of lily pads just for this farm. And each of these farms is going to have a different essence in them. Like we'll have inferium in one, iron, gold, diamond, emeralds, so on and so forth, all the way across. So we can have a constant flow of resources. But we also need to make 24 of these oldemodium hose for in these harvester pylons. So the way these harvester pylons work is they can be waterlogged. Pop them in the inside, and then you put the hoe in, and then you set that to a 9x9, because this is a 7x7, sorry. Set this to a 7x7 farm, and that will auto harvest stuff. So I just put a chest on top, just for it to quiet. Place inventory above the pylon. There is an inventory above the pylon. There we go. Pylon is working. So this will auto harvest everything that is there, just as a player would with a right click. So what we need to do is, first I'm just going to turn this off. Don't actually need that running. Like what we got, there you go, 841,000. We just gained 50,000 emeralds in that short space of time. But we're going to need this stuff. It's red fertilizer, so this speeds up crop growth. We need some red dye, gold nuggets, and bone meal. We make the bone meal. See if we got any red dye in here. Dye. Okay, we don't have any red dye. So could have poppy. Make the red dye. That, and then we'll make our red dye, red fertilizer. I'm gonna pop that in there to learn it, and then we're just gonna grab a bunch. Because we got the EMC to do now. We're almost to a point where we can have it will be creative in here. It's almost creative. So let me show you the difference between the speed of the standard growth and with the fertilizer. So if I put one red fertilizer there, this will grow significantly faster than. But I also need to do get my bucket of water out. But take that one away, that one away, that one away, and that one away. We put our water down. Oh, and if you're wondering, this ender bucket is now a infinite water source. It's linked to the ender tank that's in the basement, and it's just a constant infinite water source for myself. So we'll put these lily pads of growth down. These will speed up growth ticks on farms. I know why I'm not seeing the articles. Turn them off. These particles coming off this is going to speed up the growth tick. That one's already grown and that one hasn't. That's interesting. So I need to figure out a way to speed this up even more, because having this grow incredibly fast is going to be necessary for the amount of stuff that we're going to need. So I was thinking of using some of these supremium growth accelerators. So this is where we're going to need to take a... So what we'll do is we'll break these ones. Okay, that doesn't work. So we'll fertilize the entire pot with this red fertilizer. And we will plant, can't even speak, plant our inferium seeds. There we go. Like you can see the particle effects of the tick acceleration. There we go. Look how fast that's growing. So we've already got 7 inferium essence just from this. But there is ways to speed this up even more. And that's by using the growth accelerators, and we could potentially, I'm not sure if we can do the fertilizer stuff on the mystical agriculture stuff. If we can, that'll be great. But we're gonna let that grow. I think what I'm gonna do is change this to a no. Oh, do I want it as an ender chest? Because I think this essence over here is full. Okay. What I could do is if I get yes, and then use. We got sophisticated storage. Sophisticated storage. We can spell. Let's just use the barrel. Take the barrel. I'll get a netherite bit. Turn that into a netherite barrel. And we'll grab all of these. Put a netherite barrel on top. Put those in there. So this has the same storage now as that chest over there. So while that does its thing, and we can continue with other craftings that we need to do. We don't need all of this right now. Yeah, so that's learned as well. I should learn that as well. They can't be learned. I'm gonna put this and them away for now. Put our bucket away. Put that on our memory. We can let this run while we do some other crafting. So to make this easier for us when it comes to crafting things, we're gonna go with the RF Tools Tier 3 crafter. So we need the machine frame. Get a bunch of this from there. And we need some redstone torches. It's gonna be a load of them because we're gonna need them, and some crafting tables. So we need to get the Tier 1 crafter, and uses Tier 2 crafter, 3 crafter. So that is the I think it's can this have upgrades in it of some description? I think that's an upgrade slot. And then we're going to need an importer. Get the ultra importer. And we get an exporter. And we need cabling. We're going to need universal cabling. And that's it. Oh, we're also going to need to make the infusion stone. If we make the infusion crystal, and then to make this one we need 6 supremium altogether. So we'll do that, and then we'll take that bunch of this. Take another crystal. Crystal. And way. And we can make the high tier one. Priority gem, premium gemstone, and there's the master infusion crystal. Awesome. So then, where are we gonna put this? We could just put it upstairs with a flux point, to be honest. You know what? I'm gonna start a second line of machines this way. I normally only keep my machines like on the edges of my basement and my area. Put you in, remember current items, so that will stay there. We're going to fast. First recipe, we're going to want essence. And then we're going to want Prudentium essence. Apply. And then we're going to want Tertium essence. Oh no, wait a minute. That Tertium essence. Gone. Apply. You will be inferium essence. Apply. You will be premium essence. I want to make sure it's that. Make sure it's the master infusion, because it won't work otherwise. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a bunch of essence. Okay, so maybe using a crafter might be a good idea here. We're only gonna need a normal crafter there. There. I think this is how I think this should work. If this doesn't work, we can go back to the normal way I do it. Gonna need the importer. There. Table. We go upstairs and go here. Processing. Essence. So make you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 4 of you makes 1 of you, and then here this 4 of you makes makes 1 of you, and then here 4 of you. Light. That's wrong. Essence. And then 4 of you makes 1 of you. Get this out, and then 4 of you makes 1 of you. We put these in here. I should be able to. Okay, so I can request stuff. If I do that, and I need speed. Can I do stack upgrade? Those. Another speed upgrade. Safe. 3. No, I can't put stack upgrades in it. Why aren't you crafting? Feel like what's happened is, yeah, I see what's happened. So what I also need to do is on this side, you export crystal. Need to export that. There we go. And I need speed upgrades. That and in that. Why isn't this pulling out? Lot of craft on real good. Seems like this is filling up before it it's like egg been pulled out. Why is that? That's interesting. Oh, it's crafting really fast. Like if I my essence, not even because it's crafting this premium, isn't it? So let's go back upstairs. Let's cancel that. It's interesting why it's not pulling out straight away. Interesting. So, why doesn't that pull out straight away? You on that side. So let me get some essence. Take that up. Craft. You have 5 of you. And you. I'm not gonna need to keep super premium in here. So if I do that, remember, and then all items in input slots are consumed. 1 item in every inventory slot. Result of crafting operation will go to the operation. Result of crafting operation will go to the output buffer, but remaining items like buckets will stay in. Result of crafting operation will go to the output buffer, will stay in buffer. Okay, so if that's, I'm thinking, that's what I need to put in here. Why aren't you doing anything then? You should autocraft down into... Essence. Yeah. I want some BMS. Like, it's interesting that it's not pulling out what I needed to pull out. Okay. That seems to work. We can live with that. And then what I'll do is I will probably use laser IO and link them all together and then send to like a network, an interface here. Possibly. Or what I could do is set up a whole draw system out here for all the different essence. Doesn't fill up the main storage system. Yeah, that might be a good idea. So next then, what we want to do, open up the quest book. This is nearly finished. Gonna kill what? 3 more creepers, well, 53 more creepers, 51 more spiders, 68 more witches, and then we gotta kill the warden and elder guardian and the wild and chimera to actually finish the bounty board. Mystical agriculture. So this stuff can wait. We're gonna need to create the infusion altar. Oh, okay. Let's just turn our whole system red. Why not? So we need this. Bunch of red wool. And then we're gonna need some stone. And it is smooth stone. Don't at me about anything. It's smooth stone. Plain and simple. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get stone and I'm gonna request it to keep 1,000 in stock. We also need to increase the amount of cobblestone we have. Because we're not going to have enough to keep 1,000 in stock at all times. We need, just make this one first. Okay. We're going to need the infusion altar. And we need what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 of these. We also need a button. The button there, because you need a redstone signal to start the infusion process. Okay. That's that. Circle of souls is to get the souls, but you don't need to do it with this with the jar and with the solium dagger. But we can do it with there's something in mystical agriculture. The soul extractor. This thing. And like, so you can extract the souls of any sort of mob that we need to get the mob seeds for. Insanium gemstone, insanium block, and a massive. That, in all honesty, isn't that far off. That's a recipe I didn't add. Insanium. So insanium is premium. 4 of these gets us an insanium. We're gonna need insanium. Some of the recipes. But really, what I need to do is get the supremium and there, and then that will hold a stack of supremium in it. So our first seeds, obviously these. We've already got 1200 from this farm, just from this farm alone. These 14, well, not even 49 crops. We're missing 544 crops. But we do need to get more slimes, which in between episodes I will go and try and hunt for slimes. So if we go back to so we got that, got them. See, I was thinking of using this to accelerate the crops, but it also harvests them, and it harvests them right down. It breaks the crop, and these are what I want to get as well. Both crystals to put underneath, because they will affect the entire stack. We're going to our book, so we're going to want stone seeds, wood seeds, dirt seeds, water seeds, and so on and so forth. And we're gonna get, we'll go through all of them. We'll get we've got to get the Allthemodium ones as well. So we need the Allthemodium seeds, the Vibranium seeds, and the Unobtainium seeds. But we also need the Magical Soil, which requires Insanium Dragon Scales and Insanium Farmland, which is what we need to get this setup for. So I really need to go find some slimes. And I think what I'm going to have to do is, I have no idea. I found a swamp over there, but nothing spawns there. No slimes spawn there. But we're obviously getting, we've also obviously got slimes from something, obviously in here, off the cursed earth. But because it's a reliquary drop, it's not happening. I could realistically just make a bunch more cursed earth and put looting a looting mob crusher in it and hope for the best to get the reliquary drops. But I know with there's one enchant on here somewhere that gives you a better, I think is it the scavenger? Let's have a look. I know one of them was the reroll of the I've rerolls it. Yeah, severing. It's that one. And that's got it's got severing 8. So I need to find slimes, and I will do it in a mob duplicator, and I'll use it to, and I'll just have to kill them myself. So that's the basic startup. That is the very basic startup of mystical agriculture. I know today was a lot of explaining things that we're going to be looking at, but I know I will be here for ages trying to go and find a swamp biome. But the seed creation is done via, if we just do let's do iron seed. So to get iron seeds, the tier 3 seed, we need 4 tertium, 4 iron, and a prosperity seed. So we get a stack of them, and we get 4 iron and tertium. I think we should have some. I need 4. I don't know if it's going to actually give it to me. I think it's going to just sit in here. Why didn't I craft? Did it? Doesn't seem like it wants to craft anything. But if I forget everything, see, this is filling up with that. Let me just turn you off. I'll do some troubleshooting a moment. I may change this to the way I normally do it. So I double click this. Let me get the inferium recipe. Bye. Okay, so if I want tertium essence, and see, well, it's just auto inputting inferium, which it shouldn't be. Right, I will fix this. I will fix this off camera. Actually, I'll do it manually. Get the tertium I need. So the needs a creep. So the way the seeds are created, you just go. Yes, the essence you require, the material you want to grow, and the prosperity sheets. Seeds in the center. 4 of the item. 4 of the essence. Hit the button. Craft. Orion seed. What I want to do, as I do this, get red foot, and then we so that will grow and produce iron essence, and I'll do the same setup all the way across and up there. I normally put these in botany pots because the botany pots actually get you additional seeds. But I think this just will look better to have so many. And I will do the same for everything as we progress further into the mod. Keep that on me for now. I'm probably going to go off and try and find slimes in episode because I really need those lily pads, and I need, like I said, 4 per farm, and I'll probably end up making the amount of seeds that I need per farm so we can have silly amounts. The more essence we can have, the more infinite amount of crops that we're going to get. So I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to hunt for slimes. It's going to take me a while, to be honest. And I will see you guys next episode. Hopefully after finding some slimes. So goodbye for now. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, whichever way you're watching it. I'll see you next time. Bye.